Hi folks, in this video I'm going to talk to you about our new psychological safety semantic knowledge network. This sounds really complicated, but the point is that the aim is to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more fun, and help you discover and make connections between different things. So this is our new way of searching our website and as you'll see, other websites as well. So if you go to explore.psychsafety.com, you'll get this page, and it will load, as you'll see, like this. It will load and things will start moving around. This is our semantic knowledge map, and all of these little bubbles here are articles, such as the first org chart, our article here, or our core principles article here. Now, so as you've just seen, I've just clicked on a couple of these. If you find one of these on the map that you'd like to read, and if you just click on it, then a little panel pops up at the bottom. You can see a description, what it says here, and an image, and you'll see the themes that it comes into. Now let's look at the themes. So first of all, let me click reset at the top here. You'll see reset. And you can look at the different themes. So history and foundations, voice and silence, we've got ecological thinking, complexity, everything from there to like measurement and everything else. So if I click on measurement, for example, this is the map of all our measurement articles. You can see, if you zoom in and out, you can zoom in and out on the map. You can see that's measurement. If we look at ecological thinking, they're more over here, and you can see they're sort of more greeny coloured. And we can zoom in and you can find things like 5 ecological concepts. So if we tap on that, and you can see the panel pop up there. You can also, I'll click reset again, then you can search by author as well. So if you search for, let's see, Jade's articles, here's a bunch of Jade's articles. So you can see these will all pop. These are Jade's articles. Right in the center of there is the How We Respond article. Now, if we just dive in a bit more, you can see there's a dotted line around this How We Respond article, node sometimes. So in the map we call it nodes, and that dotted line means that that's a hub article. That's, lots and lots of things are connected to it, because you can see all these lines. These are the things. These are the other nodes, the other articles that it's connected to. And if we look at, for example, Shine's Humble Inquiry and some others, if we take off the filters again, we can reset. You can see some of the hub articles are, for example, our Typologies of Power article. That's a hub article. And so you can then you can look at the panel here. You can see the colour scheme over here. I mentioned ecological thinking was kind of green, powers in red, voices in blue, and other things in as well. See, click on the read article and you should get to the article itself. Then I'll close that. You can also see when that panel pops up some related articles, the core principles, calculus of voice. You can see the strength of those articles highlighted by the number of dots there. So if we have a look at the watermelon effect here, there we are. So you can see some related articles. Typologies of Power has 3, calculus of voice has 2. If we look at the calculus of voice, that's another hub article. So you can see how many articles are connected to that. So go back to reset is your friend here. If you click on reset, then you get back to the main map. And as you move around, you can see it looks a bit busy. That's just because I'm moving the mouse around. You can zoom in and out, and you can find it's quite busy when you're looking at the primary map, because there's everything on there. But you can always reset that. So what else do I need to show? Oh yeah, there's a search as well over in the top right. So let's say if we search for aviation, you don't even need to type the whole word. If you start typing for aviation, you'll start seeing things that come up. Let's type aviation. So in the aviation, we've got crew resource management, psychological safety in aviation, selection pressure, a special edition about that. OODA loops, that comes up in aviation. Let's have a look at crew resource management. Tick on that, and then the panel pops up. Now this map, and you can see the map then centers itself on that article as well. So you can see what's connected to it. Normalization of deviance. That's cool. In fact, that's one of the stories. So you can click on the theme, stories and cases, and you'll get all the stories and cases that have come up that we've written about in the website, psychsafety.com. So, but the map isn't the only way to look at this stuff. So you can also click on list up here in the top, and you'll see a vertical list. This might be a little more calm. depending on whether you're focused on looking at connections between things or just trying to search, depends whether you might want to look at the list or the map. Now, if you look at the list, you'll get at the top here. You'll see the last 30 days, the recently added articles there. You can also order this list by the most connected. So at the top, we've got the Calculus of Voice article. That's the article at the moment, at least, connects to most articles on the website. Then you've got others like power, blame, complexity, and things like that. You can also search by, or order by rather, what's the newest. So the newest one at the moment is the ambiguity and predictability article. You can look at oldest. Oldest is what is psychological safety. Then look at least connected. That's interesting. And then A to Z. And you can still search there. Now, there's another feature I want to show you this as well. So if we click on map here, so I've just clicked on my papers rather than articles, and on the map. Now this is a small map of a lot of the psychological safety and adjacent academic and scholarly published papers in the literature. So you can see right in the middle over here, we've got Edmondson, 1999. This is the landmark paper that Amy published in 1999 that sort of operationalized psychological safety at team level. You can see the description there. This map has the same functionality as the other one. It connects to relevant papers. It both conceptually and sort of by author, how they're connected. You can see in this pop-up on screen, you can see whether you can click on the link and actually read the paper itself. There you go. There's the paper. You can see whether it's open access or not, whether you need a journal login or academic login to access it. You can see the journal that it's in. There's a Harvard citation there, so you can just grab the Harvard citation and paste that in to whatever you're writing. You can copy that citation by clicking copy. There's a list of related psychsafety.com articles as well. So if you look at, Amy's paper is very much connected to our history of psychological safety article, what is psychological safety, measuring psychological safety, and other things. It's also related to certain papers, our Kahn paper, other Edmondson papers, and there you go. So, and we've got loads to dive into here. Now, we've got things like Holnagel from Safety, Carl Week, Trevor Klett, that's a good one. Silby, a classic, Taming Prometheus paper. So there's some really good papers in here, and it shows how they're all connected together. In fact, I should, if I just click reset again, then I can click on Rogers, so you can see the authors, 1954. Here is the original. This is the first paper that mentioned the term psychological safety. This is Carl Rogers, 1954. So you can dive into all of this, and again, you can click on that, read the paper, take a moment to load, and there we are. So I'll click reset again and go back to articles, and I think that's pretty much everything. I think that's everything. There's a few. You can explore, you can dive into it. It's always evolving, always changing. And on that topic, if you click on the feedback link at the top there, you'll get to a feedback form where you can tell us about bugs that you find, feature requests, anything you'd like to add, or general feedback as well. And in general feedback, you can also suggest papers and other things that you think we should add to our network. So have a dig around, go to explore.psychsafety.com, explore, find new things, and let us know how you get on. Cheers.